Hello there, I'm Jimmy Vegas and welcome to the 8th video in a series of game development tutorials on how to make your own first-person shooter game in Unity. In this tutorial we'll be covering being able to stop shooting whenever our ammo is at 0. Remember to subscribe and click the notification bell to stay up to date with every tutorial I upload. Feel free to leave a comment and drop a like. I also have a Patreon page where you could help be a part of this channel, and you'll also find all the scripts and the assets to this series there too, along with plenty of other things. You can also now join as a free member. And now, on with the tutorial. So obviously, last tutorial what we ended up with is the ability to keep firing, but our counter goes into the negative. Now we have to do a little bit of coding to stop it going into the negative, and I also want to bring in an asset which will play a different sound effect if we try to fire our gun when it is at 0. Now obviously there are many different ways to kind of accomplish this, but we can just kind of use a reverse of what we've done previously. So if you recall, if we go into the handgun fire script, we have the ability to talk to our global ammo script. And here you can see is highlighted right there. This is where we take away 1 from the actual handgun ammo count. And we can kind of use that to our advantage now. So what I will do is, first off, let's bring in the audio sound that we are going to use for whenever our gun cannot fire. So let's go to audio, let's go to effects, and let's bring it in here. And I'll drag and drop this into Unity. And as always, head to the pinned comment or a link in the description and you can go and download this audio file for free. Next, let's put this into our scene. Now, if I recall, it's on player capsule, audio, effects, and what we'll do is hold Control and press D on gunfire to duplicate, and we'll have this as empty gun, and then let's drag and drop this onto there. And much like all the other audio files that you use in Unity, you can have a play around with there, change the volume, change the pitch, whatever. It's the coding that becomes important and crucial at this point. So how do we do this exactly? Let's go to the script again. And we now need to create the ability to check whatever is in global handgun ammo count and then establish that when we press the fire button, do we run this coroutine or do we run another coroutine where we cannot fire our gun at all? So what we'll do is within this bit, so after can fire double equals true, after the open curly bracket, let's put if, and in brackets, global ammo dot handgun ammo count double equals 0 open curly bracket, and let me just delete the space there in front of global ammo. So if the handgun ammo count is 0, then we now need to create, basically say run another coroutine. So we also need to say can fire equals false, just so as we can't do it. And I'm going to put start coroutine and in brackets empty gun open close bracket semicolon. Now at this point empty gun will be underlined. That's because we haven't created that coroutine to say no, you can't do that. So let's go and create that coroutine now, then come back to the update method and finish all of that off. So below IEnumerator firing gun, we now need to say IEnumerator, and it is called empty gun, open close bracket, open curly bracket. Now the first thing we're going to need to do is we are going to have to play the audio file of not being able to fire our gun. So let's go back to our variables at the top and let's declare it. So serialize field, and it's an audio source, and we're going to call this empty gun sound. I'll just put. So this now needs to go down here. So we can say empty gun sound dot play, which is good for us because we want that to happen. We don't need to make any adjustments to the handgun ammo count. We don't need to play any animations because it's not going to happen. What we do need to say though is that we need to wait for 0.6 seconds, because the reason that is the case is because we wait here for a total of 0.6 seconds, and we need the same thing to happen again because we don't want to be able to kind of infinitely try and fire our weapon. So we say yield return new, wait for seconds, and in brackets 0.6f, semicolon. And after that, we can then say can fire equals true, semicolon, and save the script. So I know it seems like we've just written a small little bit here, but that really is the case. This is going to expand just a tiny bit more because we're going to need an else statement in just a moment. But I want to kind of just go through quickly what we've done here because it seems very quick what we've done, but it has a big impact. And all we've really done is do a check to say, do we have 0 ammo or not? And if we do, we run one coroutine. And if we don't, we're going to run this coroutine. So both coroutines exist in the same script, but neither can run at the same time. It's impossible for them to run at the same time. It's either one or the other because we've got this if statement here, and we're going to put the else statement in just a moment. Now, obviously, global ammo is always this, the handgun ammo count, and we could theoretically import this into handgun fight, and we might do. It just depends how this kind of plays out and if we've got any problems with it, but we shouldn't do really. But like I said, we need to make sure that we either run one coroutine or the other. So after this close curly bracket here, we say else, and then open curly bracket, hit return, and then these two lines of code here, cut them from there and place them inside the else statement. And at this point, that's where our logic will dictate that we can only run one coroutine, one or the other, not both at the same time. And like I said, we don't need the animations in the empty gun bit because there's nothing to play. We literally play the sound, wait for 0.6, and then we're able to try and fire our gun again. So let's make sure we save that script and then head back into Unity, give it a moment just to compile, as always. And what we just quickly need to do is make sure that we have the audio file on the script. So if I go to, I can't remember where it is actually, I think it's global object. Is that it? It is. So global object is where we have the script. So empty gun sound, let's make sure we drag and drop empty gun. And for all intents and purposes, this should now work as intended. So if we press play now, everything should work as it has done previously, but we should not be able to go past 0. So, yep. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And there we go. Can't fire our weapon at all. Excellent. So, like I said, the idea of not being able to fire a weapon is really, really quick and simple. It really is that easy. It's just using the logic to kind of remember that one coroutine has to run or the other, and that's what makes it brilliant. And obviously you don't have to use the same sound effects as we have used here. Let me zoom into the player capsule for just a second. You could use any audio sound you want, and if you want it, it is in the pinned comment, as I always say. You know, you can go down there and get it. And I think at this point in our game, we're starting to really build up the mechanics of this game. And I think it's time to start looking at making this a bit bigger and better. So what I'm going to do is let me quickly just kind of build out this level a little bit more while I discuss what we're going to do in the next tutorial. So that should go probably about there, maybe. Is that far enough? That'll do right there. So next tutorial, what I would like to do is I think it's time to start looking at how we are putting together a lot of our gun mechanics. Because at the moment, it is fairly simple, and we only need it to be fairly simple. We don't need it to be horrendously difficult. But what I think we need to do is we need to start looking at some ammo collection, because obviously trying to collect the ammo once we hit 0, so we're going to need an area, a space to collect our ammo, because if we hit 0, we can't fire anymore. So we're going to add in the ability to collect some ammo. We're going to add in a cool little box model as well to add to the ammo. We're going to pick that up. We might add in some more details to this game, like a crate or something that the ammo is hidden behind. And yeah, we're going to basically add the ammo and keep being able to fire. So if we hit 0, we can go and collect ammo, and then we can keep firing again. And you'll see just how this script is able to detect which coroutine it runs. Should it be firing? Should it not be firing? And it'll really become apparent after that how this first-person shooter is going to come together. Whether we use this pistol, or whether we use a rapid-fire gun or a shotgun or even a rocket launcher that we will eventually get around to later on in the series. So yeah, remember to subscribe and click that notification bell to stay up to date with every tutorial still to come in this series, and I'll see you next time.